Hi everyone. Is anybody here yet? I'll just wait a little bit. I think I'll go put on the, I'm not sure if I can, well, I'm sure you get the notifications if I'm online live, so if you're here, please say hi, just so I know, so I'm not rambling on by myself, talking to myself. Hi, Lucinda. I'm waiting on some other people too. You're the first one here. Thank you for joining me. I hope I let the other ladies know I was going to be live because May she was doing a live video earlier, and so this is my only chance. Hi, Kim. Thanks for being here. Originally, I was going to go on my regular Facebook group, my Facebook page, and then I thought, well, a lot of the ladies I'm not friends with on here, so I figured I would just do it in the group. And please excuse me, I'm already in pajamas. I spend all my time in pajamas when I don't go out. I'm so excited to share with you guys these. I just finished finished what I think is somewhat of a junk journal. It's my first one, and it was kind of small, and so I want to make something bigger. I figured I would do something small, first off, because I was kind of in a hurry, and secondly, because I want to start on my October ones. So I'm going to share if anybody else is going to show up. It's 8:05 my time. So, I guess I'll just start. Okay, so before I did my other layout, the process video one, I wanted to kind of practice on one that I've been wanting to do a layout. So this one was my first one that I actually did, and it's of my daughter and my grandson. And so what I used, this is from the September kit, and well, later on I'm going to be putting pieces of chipboard on the back of these, but what I did is I had the craft color cardstock that was in the kit, and I stamped with this stamp here that I had in my stash. I stamped all along the edges just so it wouldn't just be bare, you know. Can't see it very well, but I figured just so you wouldn't, I didn't want to cut the paper down any because I was already distressing the edges. After I distressed the edges with my, this is what I used, my Prima. This Prima, I love this one. And I have the Tim Holtz one too, but I don't use that one too often. And then instead of distress inks around the edges, I use this distress stain from Tim Holtz. These I had found at Tuesday Morning. And so I used that. And then I used two different papers. So I used the bottom one is the one from, this one here is the one from the Blue Fern Studios, the one that was in the kit. And then this one here in the center that has like flowers, I don't know if you can see it. It comes from, let me grab it. Oh my gosh, my room is such a clutter. From this paper stack of Tim Holtz paper that I've been hoarding forever. So I use this, it has like, it's more like a masculine paper line. So I used that. So I just, all I did was cut the papers in half, and then I distress the edges and make them like torn. And I thought of doing this because I had done a card similar to this, where I just kind of put a different paper in the center. And after I did that, I used a stencil here. I don't know if you could see it very well. There's some, hold on, let me flip it around. Right there, I used a corner, it's like a corner stencil. And I used, of course, some of the modeling paste that was in the kit as well. And then I spritzed on some, let's see, of this color bloom. This is the worn leather. As you can see, it has like a gold shimmer. So I used that. And we spritzed on just in different areas of it. And then, what did I do next? Oh my gosh. So then I embossed these chipboard pieces. So all these were from Creative Scrap Designs. I embossed them, you know, using just my, these Lindy's embossing inks, and I embossed it using this, the Ranger. I think May carries this in her store, this embossing. So I like this one. I mean, I have the pad, the ink pad, but I like this one to emboss. So that's what I used to emboss those pieces. And I cut this one because this was a whole piece, so I cut it there. And then I cut this piece here, and I added that one there. These here are those sand and crystals, those from Prima. These are from the new Saint Tropez collection. And then this butterfly here, along with these leaves, are from a Prima embellishment set that I have, that they're like, it's like a cork, and it has like gold shimmers in it. And this, as well as this little heart here, is from Prima. It's from the Salvage District wooden embellishment set. And then these are all Prima flowers except the little blue ones. These are Wild Orchid Crafts. So, and then I just propped up my photo on some cardstock, and I mean on some chipboard, I mean thick cardboard. And then I just, for the photo mat, I just distressed some papers from the Tim Holtz papers as well. And then I just, with some Lindy sprays, I really can't remember the color, and I haven't put away. I just did some splatters. You could see the blue splatters around there. And then I just added some pearls. There's one there, and then there's like a blue one right here. So I think in the pictures you'll be able to see them better. But that's all I did on that. Do you have any questions on this one so far? On like how I did something, or... Okay, so I'll move on to my second layout, the one that I did the process video on, which was this one. So on this one here, if you didn't purchase the kit and you didn't get the full process video, I'll just kind of give you a rundown of somewhat what I did. This paper is also from Blue Fern. The bottom one is from Basil. I think it's like a corrugated cardstock. And then I didn't apply distress inks on the edge of this one. And then I used the doily stencil on this with the modeling paste as well. And then on the top of that, of the modeling paste, I used, let me find them, if I can roll in this here. I used this light pink art sugar. It's from Finnabair or Prima Finnabair, whatever. And it's the light pink one. I don't know why this camera doesn't focus. Anyhow, and I just brushed it on with some matte medium, which is this. And Kim, remember I was telling you that you can get, that I got some free product from Deco Art. This is one of the products I got, and it's like an adhesive. So you can use that there. And you apply this with a brush. You just dip it into the matte medium. So that's what I did. So it's the shimmer is around the doily. Oops, if you can see that. I'm not used to this camera, so I apologize. And then, what else did I do? And then the film strip here, if you can see, it's like a light pink, and that's where I used that. Oh, great! No, I can't find it. Oh, this. If you've never used the artesian powders, the memory hardware ones, like these are really nice because you can mix them with modeling paste or gesso and stuff like, or just paint. But all I did with mine is I used a water brush, these ones here, that May sells at her store, and I just emptied, put some of this on my craft mat, and I just used my water brush that was watercoloring, and I just used that on that piece there, and that small piece there. Oh, did you order some? Yeah, I really, this one's the Antoinette pink one. And then this one I just embossed the black one. And really, let me see. Then I just used some of the papers from the 49 market that came in the kit. And this lace here is from my stash. I can't remember even where I got it. And then this here is from Prima. This, if you've seen those little frames that come with these sentiments, you can cut it out. So that's what I did there. Then some of the bling that came in the kit as well. Yeah, there's Frank Garcia. He just did a live video. So if you go to the Prima marketing videos on Facebook, or even on YouTube, but on Facebook, he did a live thing where he showed what he did with these. He had, I mean, I'd already seen him do it before, but he did one just the other day. If you want to get ideas. And like I said, I used the Prima bling around here. On the bottom of my picture here, I used some cheesecloth because I propped it up in with some cardboard, and then I just tucked the cheesecloth all around the picture. And originally I had a different photo, but if you see the black splatters on this, when I was doing the splatters, I was talking to my son and I accidentally tipped over, which was actually my white one, not the black one, but the white one. So it spilled all over the edge here, and oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna cry. Like I thought I was gonna have to do it over. But luckily I removed the photo and replaced it with this one. Turned out that I like this one better. So that's what I did there. And then this flower here is from Wild Orchid Crafts. Then I put that teardrop bling on the bottom because can't have Marilyn without diamonds. And I think that's about it that I did here. Like these are really pretty. I like these that come in the flowers too. And I just, like I say, I just used this to splatter some black, and this is the one I spilt. This one's a shimmer mister in white, but this one does have like a shimmer. This one doesn't have a shimmer. So it's like just a matte. So that's what I did there. I think that's all I did. I added these tiny little white flowers too from Wild Orchid Crafts. Yeah, but that's all I did on that one. So I hope you guys will give a layout a try. I've been wanting to do a layout for a long time, and finally I did one. Now, I attempted to do a junk journal. As you know, I had a class scheduled for this past weekend, but I was really sick. And initially I did plan on making a small one, but this one came out a little bit thinner than what I wanted, but I'm already behind on my September one, so I figured when I get a chance to do a bigger, fuller one for October, I definitely will do that. And so this one here, I left this plain. This is actually it's like the tissue paper. It's like tissue paper you get, that you wrap gifts in, but it keeps from Deco Arts. So I Mod Podged it with not regular Mod Podge. I use this one. It's a napkin one from Deco Arts. It's Americana, and I love that one. It works really well on napkins too. So I decoupage that on here, and I don't have a cinch binder, and so I had these. I got a few of these albums. I got these when I was in the Basically Bare design team, and so they already come attached. So I just kind of open them up and pull them apart, and then I just take out the pieces. Now they come with these other pieces as well, so I'm hoping I can add these later on if I have a chance to do it, but if not, I can make another one. This one here, I'll show you what this one is in a while, but those are the extra ones from here. So that's what I did there. Like I said, I Mod Podged it. Here I just added those just to kind of cover up I don't care too much for this kind of binding, but thought I would use it. Here's where I used some of the paper from the September kit, from the Blue Fern Happy Accident paper. I just cut it and then just added that simple flower there. Now here is these envelopes that I got from May in my design team package. I don't know if you all have seen these in her site, her online store. They come like this, and all I did was score it in half and folded it in half. And I just stamped with this stamp that came in the kit. It's from Prima. It's from the Rossi Bell collection. I used that, stamped it there, and then these that little sentiment there. Where am I? I don't know why this camera doesn't. There. Tell your story. Those are actually. Let me see if I can find them. Give me a second. They're from this sticker set that I got from a design team package a long time ago, and they have lots of sentiments in there, so I thought I would use that. So that's what I did there. I just added some of the lace that I got from May on this last design team package. It's like a cotton lace, so I added that there. This is from like an ephemera pack. It's a little ticket. Looks like it's stapled on there. And in here, I just cut some paper that I had in my, how we have the leftover papers. So I just cut it a little bit more straight, and I inked the edges with vintage photo. And then I have these old pictures, and this little, this has like a little saying on it. So I put those in there. And this looks like the other edge. So yeah, see what I did there is I opened up this edge from this side. And so that's why it looks kind of messy, but I wasn't going to try and fix it, because your junk journal should be about stuff that isn't perfect either. Okay, now here, if you see this, it's like an acrylic. And it comes like this. It comes covered in these. This company is already out of business, but they came like this. It's acrylic sheet, and all I did was stamp this little bird on there, which came from this here. And then I had coffee dyed some papers, and so that's what I used on these ones, and that's like a stamped doily I have, stamped with vintage photo. All the edges are with vintage photo. I love that distress ink. Just here too. There's that one stamp. So I used it there too. This stamp here is from 49er Market. May had sent me this. It's part of my design team package in October as well, in September. So it's really all about just stamping and just using your old, you know, papers that you have in your stash that you don't know what to do with, and leaving little tiny papers. And then I just had some ephemera. I've been saving it up. I didn't have small doilies, so I just kind of put a piece of a big paper doily here. And then this paper clip here is from Prima Engravers. I think it's Engravers set. And then, I don't know if you all have seen these. They're those little canvas things you can get at Michael's Dollar Spot or $2 Spot. That's what I used on some of my pages, and some Tim Holtz stamps. So I don't know if anybody's ever made a junk journal, but it's just showing you how I made mine. Now, May sent me a set of metal embellishments, and I love using those. So I adhered it to the other end. So as you can see, that's the clean end of the envelope here. So I adhered it there. And then here I'll add these little papers left over from my, you know, from my coffee dye paper, and I just distressed the edges and stamped airmail on there. And then, like I said, I just added these little pictures and distressed the edges on those as well, just to have something in there. I'm so anxious to make a bigger one because these smaller ones, those kind of, you know, kind of limited on what you can put. You know, here's another little ephemera piece. This stamp here also comes from this set here. I love it. It looks like a frame. So I put it kind of crooked so it wouldn't be straight. So that's what I did there. And then I just used this little, I don't know where I got this from. I think it was Tuesday morning, this set of paper clips. And then here's like a little tag, a journaling tag spot. And then there's that little bird stamp. And this is that paper again from Blue Fern from the kit. Now here I did the same with this. If you guys have some of these glassine bags, I just scored it and distressed it to look, you know, kind of brown worn. And I stamped that from that 49er Market set. And then I used a little flower there. Didn't put too much flowers. And then I stamped this here, like a little frame. I added that little ephemera piece. I think that was from Prima, the Vintage Emporium set. And then I had to put that little picture in there as well. So do you guys have any questions like so far? Nobody else joined us. I really thought other people were going to be here, but because I did tell them it would be at 8 o'clock. I'm looking at my chat. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. So then, like here, I just used some washi tape that I had and just cut it kind of ragged there. It's just from that Vintage Emporium ephemera from Prima. And then these, I just glued a little piece of lace there with that little piece of ephemera there. And I stamped that. There's another one of those canvas pieces. And there's another ephemera. And this is a stamp, Stop and Smell the Roses. And then this here, I just used a book paper and I stapled it. I want to get that tiny attacher from Tim Holtz. I don't have it. So just use a regular staple to staple one of these little tags. So if you don't know what to do with these, you have these in your stash, the ones that come with the little different size tags and little paper pad. You can use them on your junk journals like I did here. I just distressed the edges. And then here I stamped, well, attempted to stamp this stamp here. It was kind of difficult, but he still got somewhat of an impression there. You know, you can see it. And then I stamped one on the bottom there. And you can't really apply too much heat to this, so I just kind of let it air dry for a little while. And this little envelope, I'm not sure where I got it from, but it came like this already, and then I just put this little metal piece there. And I did the same with this one. I didn't put a picture in this one though. So I did there. Here I used some of my leftover scrap from the paper that I had. And here's like a little tuck spot if you want to put something there. But I attached with a stapler this little ephemera piece that says date on it. So that's what I did there. I stamped that. Says experience is not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. I don't know, like that's part of a Tim Holtz stamp. And then here's some more ephemera and a little tag I had. Here I attached with those vintage safety pin things. I attached like a piece of lace that I had in my scrap box for laces, and I just what I used on that one was some of that same distress stain, and it's the sugar spun sugar one, so that's what I used there, and I added a little bit of brown to it too to make it look more worn. And then there's just a little piece of ephemera, like a measurement thing, and then that doily stamp, I just stamped half of it on there. Sorry, I'm going kind of fast, but I don't want to take you guys here too long. Here I had this little chipboard ephemera, embellishment button, and all I used was some of the twine that May had sent, and I glued it on there. And this was, I don't know where I got this paper, but it's in my scraps too. And then here's another one of those pink laces that so this, you can use your laces, like if you have a box of laces, you can just use them up on this. I mean, they don't need to be any rhyme or reason to them. And then here in the back, all I did was attach one of these. You can actually make these, like, I got these on sale at Michael's. They're like little pockets, but these are so simple to make with any kind of cardstock. It's just paper cut. I mean, that's super simple to make those little envelopes, but I've gotten these on sale on clearance at Michael's, so that's why I decided to use it there, and I just stamped that. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. And then I just had these little tags in my stash, and I stamped that little crown on there, and I put some eyelash trim, just the edges, and then I did the same in the back. And if you can see the back, I put some of the paper down from the collection, and then the back is some of that tissue paper stuff, and it has like print on it. And then the back, all I did was use, I didn't use this one. Let me see, let me grab the one I used. I used this frayed burlap one. So these did come in handy. I didn't know what I was going to use them on, but I did use them on this. And that's my little junk journal. Hi, Tori. Oh, sorry for my dog. Somebody must have just got here. I think my son was out. So they bark when they hear anybody get here. And my girls are always with me in my room. So I don't know. Do you guys have any questions or anything regarding any of the projects I showed you? Or like anything you want to ask? Like, these are really nice to have. These were really cheap at Tuesday morning. Like I was telling, I'm pretty sure I told you, Kim. I want to say it was you, but these from Deco Art, I'm part of the Helping Artist program. You just apply and you can get sent product for free, but you do need to show them like what you made with it and stuff like that, especially if you do like classes and stuff. But I don't think that's a requirement, but I think you can, you know, because I know a lot of us crafters, just it's hard to buy stuff, especially, you know, stuff is really expensive, like paints and gesso and stuff like that. So if you guys want to go check that out, Helping Artist program. And like I said, this is sold at May's store. It's from Ranger. It's Embossed Dabber. It's a clear one. So that's what I use there. This is my Lindy's embossing powders. What else did I use? I think that's about it. I really love these glassine bags because you can decoupage napkins and send your swaps and stuff in them. I have 2 different sizes. So it doesn't look like anybody else is here. It says 2, but I think, I'm not sure who. It's just Kim and Lucinda or Tori. Yeah, I told the ladies that I'd be here live. I mean, I was going to do it on my Facebook page, but I figured I would do it here since it was a project share, you know, for Creative Scrap Designs. And I let them know I was going to be live like an hour ago, but I don't know, nobody else showed up. But either way, it's okay. I'm going to upload this video up to YouTube, and I'm super anxious to start on my October kit. And another thing I wanted to share with you all, I've been wanting to do art journalings, but not, you know, the one with all the painting and all that. I don't know if you all have ever done one where you do like collaging, like, you know, when you're, I don't know if you did this, but when I was younger, I used to cut some of my mom's magazines, like fussy cut stuff, like pictures and stuff, and I would like just glue them anywhere on papers. Well, on my Pinterest, I have this board that I've been getting ideas, and I found these a while back on clearance at Michael's. And what I like is they're really thick. This is a leather binding here, and then these are really nice, like craft sheets, and there's like a lot, like look how thick that is. But and it's a mixed media, so I'm sure you can apply. I mean, I've been looking online. I already had one open. I opened another one because I bought a couple of these. Anyways, these are really nice. You can, yeah, these are nice. Like they have like a really nice canvas, and then like really sturdy. So I want to start art journaling, just like I say, not with all the painting and all that. That's not really like my style of crafting. And so I have a board on where I've been pinning stuff of ideas that I want to do with that. So I just thought I'd share that with you all, because this would be kind of too thick, especially with all that paper. I'm sure you could take some out, but to do a junk journal, I think it'll be way too thick. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And so I do hope that that you all got some inspiration off of my projects that I made here. Like I said, I do want to make another junk journal. And Tori, I did share my layouts that I made, because this was the one I did the process video on. And whoever bought the kit got to see the process, how I did this. And then this one is the first one that I did. It's my daughter and her son, my grandson. And so these are the 2 projects that I did for September. So anyhow, thank you ladies that did join me, and I hope to bring to you some October projects here, like this weekend. That's why I was trying to hurry and finish this so I could start on my October projects, because I kind of fell behind on my September ones. But thank you all for joining me, and I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and if you guys want to take a look at them again, or I hope you all ladies are doing good, and hopefully you'll join me next time for sure. I'm definitely gonna do the witch boot on my next class. Last time I was just really under the weather, and so this one will be my class in October to do this mini album. So I'm anxious to share that with you all, and I guess I will talk to you all later. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you very much. Go add me as a friend if we're not friends yet. I love making friends. So I'll talk to you all later then. Bye, Kim, Tori, Lucinda. I'm not sure if Kim is still on here, but go add me as a friend. So I'll talk to you all later. Bye, ladies.